Whew. So, as I said in my last video, my parents are visiting, and my mom makes like really delicious, like legit Mexican food, and I am so stuffed. I can't even. I'm not actually sure that I can play a game of Magic. I'm sitting here in a two-man queue, and I think that I'm too full. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if anybody's going to join. I'll give it a go. Pause the video while I wait so you don't have to. Alright guys, well, I don't think we're going to say no to a hand with a bunch of removal and a Snapcaster Mage, so we're going to keep this. See what we're facing here. Deciding whether to mulligan to 5. Currently at 6. We kept a hand of 7. I don't want to win a match to my opponent mulliganing, but you know, take what you can get sometimes. Not here though. I'd actually rather prefer to see a decent matchup. Oh gosh, it's Tron. Maybe I do want them to mulligan. Okay, so let's do this. Get a Steam Vents. Have no idea what kind of Tron we're facing yet, but we are going to start slinging burn as fast as we can. Remand. No. Okay, well, we're going to do this. Let's see. Natural Tron into Karn is my guess. No, into a map. Alright, fine. Maybe they just don't have a lot. For Oblivion Stone. Sure. I think, let's see. Oblivion Stone takes 5 to sacrifice. I mean, if they want to spend that much mana to... Actually, I might need that Snapcaster Mage for a Worm Coil Engine or something. Let's see. Now, let's just establish an... okay, so do we want to Helix or do we want to snap? Let's just snap. That can't be right. Man, I'm so indecisive. Alright, we're just going to Helix. And untap. Draw a Clique. That could be alright. I feel like against Tron, I'm actually okay to draw step Clique, because he could very well have just a giant threat that I can't deal with like a Karn, and I'd rather get it out of his hand before he has a chance to put it on the stack. Like I can deal with a Worm Coil Engine. The unfortunate thing with Worm Coil Engine here is... Actually, let's see, what is this? Colorless Land. Actually, we put Worm Coil Engine to the bottom. Hope he draws something not so good, because the problem is... He can Worm Coil Engine, and then... Well, actually, he couldn't have done it now, but... Actually, I guess it's fine to take that. I was going to say he can... One trick that you will see Tron sometimes be up to is you'll go to path it, and if they have the Oblivion Stone in play, they'll destroy their own Worm Coil Engine to get the token so you don't exile it. Let's see. Clique's going to allow us to get in for 3 unless our opponent really wants to blow an O-Stone to kill a Clique. Seems like he may. Just a relic. Okay, sure. Well, we'll get some damage in here. Player Island. I'd really love a Remand for whatever it is our opponent wants to do. Hopefully I would not mind if he cracks the O-Stone. Actually, so if we wanted to snap Helix, we'd have to do it now. Put our opponent, but then he just kind of 2-for-1 us with that O-Stone, and I don't think I want that to happen. We do need to kill our opponent as quickly as possible. So let's see, we got 3/5 mana. That's enough to crack O-Stone. Gonna search for land, put it into play. It's probably gonna be Eye of Ugin. So that's the fastest way we can do this. I'm kind of tempted to electrolyze so we can start, I don't know, digging for something. I'm not gonna beat an Emrakul. Yeah, that's probably what he revealed. Yep, there's the eye. Can't see 5/6 with the one floating. He can pop the O-Stone. Let's just fire off another Helix. Sure. Play this here, land. And attack. Probably gonna blow the O-Stone this time. Let's see. No, okay, that's interesting. So our opponent can tutor for Ugin next turn, but can't play it. Put a fate counter on Relic. Snap Helix puts him at 5. If we do that, he's going to untap and crack O-Stone. And we don't have enough burn in hand. It does kind of make him waste that turn, though. And there's always the possibility of... I'm actually kind of fine with... Let's see, if we go Snapcaster Mage, Helix him, put him at 5, he'd have to spend, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could not Eye of Ugin next turn. And we get to make sure that we get to... Sure, yeah, we'll do it. Maybe we'll draw into a bolt or something. Get to make sure that we can get value out of this Helix and get our opponent dead as quickly as possible. Just fire this off. Fully aware that our opponent can just kill us, or kill our creatures with Oblivion Stone. Alright, we're going to get a second red source. So we could shock ourselves the Sacred Foundry, path our own Snapcaster Mage, or any of our creatures. He could blow the O-Stone in response. If he didn't, we'd get another land, which might just give us the red. Let's see, because we go 1, 2, 3. No, we still don't have enough lands to do it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, we don't have enough lands to do all that. And it's probably a little too cute, as they say. So we're going to do this. There's a Remand. Could prove useful. Actually, no, it won't. We have to kill him this turn. Okay. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we actually knew that he would not be able to. So we're gonna pass. We have a Remand up. We had said that he'd have to blow the O-Stone and not be able to search, I think. Anyway, in a food coma, sort of. Definitely gonna be using these to fire off an electrolyze. Alright, we really need to draw into something amazing so that we can kill our buddy. So we're going to do these. In case we draw a bolt or a helix, we have to fire it off with this red source. That's a ghost quarter. It's actually pretty usable. We're going to be able to shut down Urza's mine. Now in response, I guess he can activate Eye. Interesting. What do we draw here? Helix will actually get the job done, but we're going to do this anyway. Let's see if he taps off for Eye, then we'll just fire off this Helix. It's probably safe to do anyway, but I mean, I know it is. We're just playing it extra safe. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so this should be game 2. Against Tron. Well, I feel like a negate could be pretty useful for an early Karn. Gosh, Wear Tear probably not so much. Most of his artifacts he sacrifices. I don't really like Stance. I don't really necessarily like the Destroy factor. Remand seem okay. Counter, I guess the hard counters seem alright as well. Electrolyzes are probably our worst spell. I mean, they do dig through our deck, but Clique seem fine. Geist seems great. Everything else seems okay. Batterskull does seem a bit slow. I don't know if there's anything we want instead of Batterskull. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe a Wear Tear to get rid of an Oblivion Stone, if that's his play against Geist. That seems kind of reasonable. In fact, it might be worth it to just do something like this. Alright, we'll try that. Just waiting for our opponent to submit. Hopefully they did not... They may have boarded in Pyroclasms, but I believe they only saw Snapcaster Mage. So my hope is that they put us on blue-red control and assume that the Pyroclasms are not that important and we can get an early Geist into play. Here we go. His hand's not keepable. Well, I mean, if we draw, it just doesn't really pressure our opponent in any way. If we don't draw the third land, it's real bad. I don't like this hand. This hand's not much better, actually. We're not going to mulligan again. This hand might not even be any better. Let's see. Remand might be useful. We're going to go into a Hollowed Fountain. Remand something if we can. Sounds like feels like a Sylvan's Scrying, Ancient Stirring, something like that coming up here. Ancient Stirrings. So we're going to Hollow Fountain, play a Mountain. Consider... Reveal a colorless card. Does he? Reveals the Llanowar Wastes. Hold up Remand, and if our opponent does nothing, then we will just play a Snapcaster Mage and try to get our beat down on. Another land is good. Hopefully, like I say, I would love it if our opponent plays a Karn, but being able to click something away would be quite good. Fortunately, your opponent doesn't have Tron yet. So he sacrificed that to make a green mana. It might be worth remanding whatever he plays if he It seems like it'd be a fairly decent tempo play. Okay, so that's going to get... That will get the other Tron piece for sure. So we're going to go Snapcaster Mage. And we might actually be able to get away with just holding up Remand for whatever big thing it is that he plays. I'm going to take the damage. We're going to attack. Like, I could Remand at his draw step. I know he's not going to play an Emrakul, but we have this Remand, and we can Remand and bolt him. So I think that's the play here. Actually, he's probably not going to play anything big just yet. Pyroclasm? Slaughter Games? I have no idea what he's going to name. Path to Exile, perhaps? Can't Remand Slaughter Games. I'm actually willing to click in response here. Two Karns. Alright. Put one at the bottom. What's he gonna name? Normally I don't like to like try to take one of two things, but if we can somehow keep him off the... Great, we don't even have Mana Leak in our deck. That's fine. So he knows that we're going to have a Remand. He's going to have no choice but to play into it. We're going to hit him down to 12 next turn. 12 to 9 with this Bolt, potentially Remand. It's going to be difficult to snap anything back with this Relic, but things aren't terrible. Alright. Player land. Get in for some damages. I think I just want to bolt him in response to the Spell Skite. Or Remand Karn. That's actually a pretty good one. Well, you can exile everything in response. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so I think it actually makes sense here to get a Plains, path the Spell Skite, untap, attack him down to 4, draw step, click him, get rid of Karn. 'Tis the plan. Actually, Bolt's pretty good. If he tries to go, let's see, do we have it? Bolt, snap, bolt. Yeah, if he actually tries to exile graveyards, let's see, if we bolt him, would he actually try to go for... we're going to try that. Let's just see if he exiles the entire graveyard right now, then he's dead. I doubt he will, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and click our opponent here. We'll keep that Vendilion Clique, and we'll put the trigger here. Target that guy. Okay, and we're going to put a card on the bottom. Opponent does have a Combust. Can kill one of these. Drew another card. That happens sometimes. Can't actually make a red for the Combust. We just need to attack with one of these things. Either one, and follow it up with a bolt, and we win. Sure. Not gonna fire the bolt. Not going to fire the bolt off yet. Want to try to get in for some damage. Attack that guy. Bolt you. Assuming you're dead. I will exile a card from my graveyard. That's interesting. Nature's Claim himself. Alright. So we're just going to snap bolt now that that thing's gone. Do not redirect to Karn. Do not redirect to Karn. Alright, sweet. Alright guys, I did a bunch of dishes earlier. My dad's doing some dishes. I'm gonna go check in on him. Hope you guys are enjoying the games. Actually no, we did get to play against Obzan. Alright, yeah, so I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I gotta go do family stuff. I'm trying to remember my new tagline. Draw well, smash face. Yeah.